What's up, guys? This is Matt, and welcome back to Dwarf Fortress Part 12. I took a little break. If I know you can see the taskbar in my videos, so you might have noticed the last 4 videos were all made on the same day, and that was just because I was taking my summer break, as I think I explained that in the Call of Duty video that I put up yesterday. So I'm back now. I've been kind of messing around with Dwarf Fortress for a couple minutes, trying to remember where I was, and I found my notes, so I was trying to catch up on what I had done. And the first thing I did off screen before I hit record is I decided to move the trench. You remember in the last video I dug a trench and I said we were going to build a drawbridge, and I dug it here out in front of the fortress, and I kind of didn't like where that was, and I wish I hadn't done it. And I kind of built a floor here. I'm still trying to remember how to erase that, so somebody could put that down in the comments if you know offhand. But anyway, I moved the trench inside, and so now we are going to build a drawbridge from the inside here, and it's going to go across this little trench, and then in case of danger, the dwarves can raise the drawbridge, and nobody will be able to get in or out in that case. So what we're going to do is, while the game is still paused, I don't think I did anything else off screen. No. Okay. So we're going to hit build, or B for building, and we're going to come down to bridge, which I just saw it a second ago, right here. G for bridge. And you're going to set up a bridge much like a farm plot. So we're going to change the size of the bridge and make sure it could reach across the trench, and we'll make it 3 wide to fit the hallway. Trade caravans and their wagons can make it over these drawbridges, so that's just fine. Now you're also going to see here that you use the WASDX keys, and that is going to decide which way the bridge will raise or retract in this case. If you use the, I think it's S, yeah, the bridge will just retract, then it won't form that wall that we want, but the bridge will go away and nobody will be able to cross it. However, I want it to raise so that it also forms a door. So we want it to raise upwards. I want these 3 right here to be the pivoting point, and I want the bridge to go up. So I'm going to hit W so that the arrow points up. In this case, it's also a tree, but you'll see any other direction, it's just an arrow, and it'll let me know that I can't raise it in those 2 directions. So we want it going up. And then I'm going to hit enter when I'm done, and you got to pick 4 items. I'll just choose some type of stone that we have a lot of, and we really don't. We have a lot of logs and things. I'd rather not use logs. Let's make a granite bridge. And if you just hit shift enter, it'll select all 4 from that same category. And there we go. And you'll see the bridge is blinking. It's ready to go. And hopefully we have a dwarf with that skill enabled. I'm pretty sure we do. I don't remember if it's architecture or masonry. Okay, and the trade caravan was still leaving from the last episode. Just before I started recording, the liaison did show us what he wanted, but I really don't care because he's going to just get rock mugs or rock crafts, whatever I feel like making for him. And here comes some stone. I guarantee you he's coming to start putting together this bridge. And once the bridge is built, we will actually build a lever, and we'll be able to connect the lever to the bridge, and I'll probably put it down here in the dining room, since that's where the meeting hall is right now. That's where idle dwarves will hang out, and that way when I make an order to pull the lever to close the drawbridge, somebody will be right there. They won't have to travel very far, and they'll be able to retract the bridge or raise the bridge, and we won't, and we'll be able to survive a onslaught of whatever, I don't know, whatever happens to be coming at us at the time. Also off camera, although it doesn't look like anybody's done anything about it yet, I set up a garbage dump for rocks, and this is something I normally do, and I was kind of surprised at myself that I didn't explain it earlier in the series, so I'm going to show you now. It's just a way to maybe fix if you have a lot of rocks laying around, such as this, and you want to get rid of them, and they're not being used yet, they're not being brought to a stockpile. Well, one thing you could do, this is what I like to do, is you can make a zone for garbage, like a garbage dump. So you use the letter I, and you'll see I made a zone right here. It's already done. And if I go over there, we'll see that it is, in fact, a garbage dump. Now, what you can do, you use the letter K to look around. And when you go over an object, so for instance, I'll move the cursor over this rock, you'll see that you have an option F. In this case, to claim, because I've already designated this rock to be dumped. Had it not been designated to be dumped, which you can see by these brackets, F would say dump. Now what this does is it tells the dwarves that this is garbage, and they will bring it to the nearest garbage dump. Once an item's in a garbage dump, you could actually reclaim the item, or you could remove the garbage dump, and all the rocks can be used whenever you want. The nice thing is, it only takes up one space. You'll see I made the garbage dump only one single square when I hit I. Yet you can, it's probably like 99 rocks in one single garbage dump. And that will really help us with storage problems later. You know, although our stockpiles are full, we'll still have plenty of rocks sitting in this one single square. Nobody has moved anything yet, although I don't have any idle dwarves, so I don't know what is taking them so long. I guess everybody's just busy working or sleeping. This person's not even sleeping. He's just laying in his bed. He's trying to avoid work. Who is that? Oh, that's not the right key. Oh, he's a child. He can't do anything anyway. He's a dabbling grower. Interesting. All right. Now, I still have not come across any metal, I don't think. I don't see anything available to me here. And that is very unfortunate. Let's dig down a little ways more. I'm going to hit D and I, and we'll dig a couple levels at a time. I'll hit enter. We'll go down to 3, I guess. And hopefully, I think I also designated all these rocks to be dumped. Yes, I did. And they'll eventually make their way up to the garbage dump. Let's see how our bridge is going. It is still being worked on. It's unfortunate. And once the bridge is done, I'll remove the ramps on this side. That way, or sorry, on the inside. That way, when the bridge is up, if somebody is stuck in that little trench, they can't enter the fortress. Their only possible direction is out, away from the fortress. Let's see how our animals are doing. How can we eat eggs yet? No, we can't. But you know what? I'm gonna let you eat some eggs now, little dwarves. You could eat some turkey eggs too. And good. We don't want any of these designated for cooking. We could also, let's see, how many hens do we have? We probably have a lot of chicks, don't we? That's it? That's all the animals? Okay, I take that back then. They can't eat the eggs yet. We want some of them to hatch. Once the eggs hatch, then I'll give them the order and they can eat eggs after that. And we'll be able to slaughter some of the newly born chickens. What on earth is this? A raven. Oh, it looks much more menacing from up here. Okay. And we're out of plump helmet spawn. I don't know why. And somebody just canceled an order to construct a door. Well, that's fine, as long as you're not canceling my bridge. I'm just going to remove the order. I think we have enough doors now. I'll leave the beds and the mechanisms going, but we also need more rock, as you can see. So I'm just going to have them to continue down, and that's, they still haven't even started the first, let's see, they didn't even start that first floor yet. So if I tell them to mine from here to here, and we'll go down even further to the final level, and that'll make a nice big square on every level down, and hopefully we'll find some good rocks that we could use to build more doors and more mechanisms and everything we need. We're going to need some mechanisms to make a lever, although I see a couple sitting here in the, it looks like the little gear, the cog wheels or whatever, and that's what we'll need to make a lever and to connect the bridge to a lever. Here we go. The bridge is under construction, and once that's done, we will remove the ramps. Okay. Do we have beds? We could just go back. I can continue placing beds. Okay. I'll go down to the new bedroom level and let's build some more beds. Since we got them there, let's get them out of the stockpile and into rooms. And I don't know what I'm going to do with that middle room yet, so I'll leave it open. That was the last bed. Okay. I don't know. Yeah, I don't know what I'm going to do here. It's a little bit bigger of a room. These might also, once they're smooth, these could be very valuable rooms. I'm not exactly sure. What is that in the walls? What are these red ones? Hematite and what is this? Colonite or something like that. I don't know what. I don't know how you pronounce that. They're moving the beds. We got some guys down here eating. I wonder if we should make this dining room any larger. Maybe we'll go just another one on each side, and we'll leave it just as deep. And then we'll probably start smoothing that over as well as the bedroom floor to give our dwarves more happy thoughts. If I open up Dwarf Therapist here, refresh, let's see what happens. Everyone is generally happy. I had two very, very, very unhappy dwarves. You probably saw red while it was loading, but they're gone now. Although we might have lost a dwarf because I thought I had some more. Oh, somebody died of thirst, and I wasn't even paying attention when that happened. Where is he? This is bad because we do not have any coffins, do we? Okay. Well, I guess we are on to burials then. See, you don't have to plan too much for Dwarf Fortress video because things just happen. Let's use this level because we're not using it for anything else. And I'm going to, first, we'll just open this stairwell up a little bit more. And then we will continue in this direction and open up a nice size room. Maybe something like that. Does that look even? No, this one's not. Okay, and then, oh, it is. Okay. And we'll go up and over. And that'll be like a burial chamber, I suppose. We'll make some doorways leading into it. And let's go to one of our masons, it doesn't matter who. What is he doing? He's doing doors. So let's have this mason construct some coffins, and you're going to use the letter P. And just to get ourselves started, we'll make a couple. What do I got? 7 queued up. That's fine. And we'll start a little graveyard or a tomb, whatever you want to call it. Later on, certain nobles will request their own private royal coliseum tomb things. You know, they'll have to be of a certain value and have statues and weapon racks and all types of valuable items in them. However, for now, and for the average dwarf, we can just have a basic, more like a cemetery. We'll just set up some coffins and we'll designate them for dwarf burials. You have to make sure, and I'll show it once I start placing the coffins, that you do turn off the pet availability because pets will die, I feel, much more often than dwarves. And right now we don't have the resources to waste on pet burials. So they can just go out to the refuse pile. It looks like we just saved, and I'm hitting some stone. Some interesting ones down here, and someone was possessed. Awesome. I'm just going to ignore that for now. I still don't think I have any types of metals, and I don't, of course. I also turned this entire room here in the metalcraft area into a bar/block stockpile, because that is where both the coal will go, and then once we start smelting iron and different types of metal, that's where they'll place the bars, and then your metal crafter, which has probably not even been built yet, metalsmith's forge, that will pull directly from the blocks and the charcoal in order to make weapons and armors and crafts and chains and whatever else you want to use it for. Let's unpause and see what's oh, and he claimed a mason shop, but good, it's not the one that I wanted for the coffins. We probably still have a dead dwarf laying around somewhere. He's still laying in the doorway to the, is that the kitchen or the butcher or something? He's begun a mysterious construction. This is always interesting because as long as they get everything they want, when they have a bad mood, they claim a workshop like this, they will build an artifact, and usually the artifact is of the highest quality, and they'll probably get a legendary working status and whatever that skill is. And the item that they create will be very valuable. However, if they don't get the items that they want, they'll throw a fit and probably kill themselves and bring some dwarves with them. So hopefully he remains happy, he's able to get everything that he wants, and he will come out of this mood with no problem. Hopefully. But you can never tell with these dwarves. I wish I had more miners. What are my miners even doing? Okay, they are both at least digging. What are these guys doing with no jobs? Carpenter, woodcutter. I could give you work. You think you're farmer? Why are you not in the planter? What are you doing? Do we not need food? Oh, I guess we do. Wow, 700 stores of food for only 23 dwarfs. That'll last us a long time. Okay, yeah, they've earned a break. They have certainly earned a break. My goodness. I feel like I'm just rambling here because nobody's actually doing anything. I didn't want to pause the video. Let's see if we have any beds left. There are a couple beds. We'll place a couple more and I'll have some more built up in a second. So I'll hit BB. And that was the last one. Okay. So let's go back up to the carpenter. I'll tell him to build some beds, and then it looks like I will also tell our woodcutter to go chop down some more trees. Just queue up some beds. I'm not using the manager because when the manager's busy, he may not validate an order right away, and I'd rather it just get done. So let's come up DT, and I'll just select, and I'll have all these trees up top on top of our fortress cut down. It's a very big area, but not as many trees in there. Oh, and look, the bridge is done. Thank goodness. Okay. Now, nothing will happen yet because a lever is not connected to it. You see the building has no options, so nothing can happen. However, let's go down a level, and we're going to hit D for designations, and we're going to hit Z, the letter Z or Z, to remove upstairs or ramps, and we're going to remove the ramps in the direction of the fortress. That way, the only way to get out is towards the outside of our fortress. He created a granite cabinet. That's all he made? Well, you'll see, and this is the first time you'll see it, once this announcement comes up, we'll have a new option on our main control panel, and it'll be the letter L for artifacts. So once I hit enter, I can now hit L, and you'll see anything that was made during a mood, and you'll see this has a very, very, very high value, 38,000 dwarf bucks, whatever you want to call them. And if we hit V, we can view a description. This is a granite cabinet. All crafts dwarf's ship is of the highest quality. It is encrusted with rectangular granite cabochons? Cabochons? I don't know. On the item is an image of 2 diamonds in steel. So it's a very beautiful piece, very highly sought after, and very valuable. So maybe we could sell it, or we could use it to decorate a noble's room, or a coliseum, or some type of bedroom or room that has to be of a higher value. It'll give dwarves happy thoughts, all that good stuff. Right now, we'll just hang on to it. I'm not particularly sure where they'll store it. Let's see where he goes with it. Probably the furniture stockpile, right? Yep, there it is. Let's see what it looks like when I actually pull it up. Oh, it's not even called. It doesn't even have. It's not even called like a cabinet. It's just interesting. It actually has a name. He named it. It's a piece of art. Okay, these zeros, good. These are done now. These are coffins. However, I don't think the cemetery area has not been dug out yet. Dead bodies, just like dead critters or rotting food, will create clouds of miasma. So hopefully everything is dug out before that happens. I could also place the coffins anywhere and they could go outside even if we wanted them to. However, I don't want them to. The miner is also a mason. I forgot about that. Let's go into Dwarf Therapist and let's tell that miner that he is no longer... He's not a mason. What is he? Why is he making... Oh, he's a mechanic. Oh, but he is our only mechanic. Okay. We need to fix that, but I'll let him keep doing what he's doing for now. Hopefully he hurries up. with the mechanisms. Actually, I don't need any more. Let's remove that order. He was only going to make one more anyway. And now he's sleeping, of course. Awesome. Where is he anyway? Sleep. Let's hit C to zoom to him. I guess that's his bedroom, I would assume. I suppose he will show up soon enough. Okay. Now what we can do is let's build a lever. And like I said, we're going to do that in our dining room, since that is where all of our dwarves will hang out when they are idle. Although right now we only have 2 idols. So what we're going to do, we're going to hit B for build. And down here you're going to see traps/levers with the capital T. And we're going to use L for lever. And we'll just place it over in the corner. That way you don't lose it. You got to make sure you keep track of this, because you do have to use the Q command to set building tasks and preferences. You're going to need to use that on the lever in order to close your bridge. So make sure you don't lose track of where you place the lever. We're going to place it here. You could use any type of mechanism that you'd like. I'll just use what's on the top. And once that is finished, once that lever is done being built, we can connect it to the bridge, which will take a couple more mechanisms. I think 2, maybe 3 mechanisms. So we'll wait for that to be built. Probably the mechanic will go do that, if I remember correctly, because it has to do with mechanisms. And these floors are still not being dug out. What if I just cancel this? Oh, it's I know why it's not being dug out, because I didn't tell them to build a staircase in that direction. So we'll just cancel all those. And somebody just became a planter. And he's sleeping, and somebody else is digging. Okay, cool. Let's build a door in this hallway. Let's build 2. Why not? We'll build 2 doors leading into our cemetery, and then I'll be able to start building coffins. Now, when you go into the building menu, I'm sorry, I drew a blank. I couldn't think of the word menu. You're not going to look for coffins here. You're going to actually choose burial receptacle, the letter N. That threw me for a loop the first time, not because I don't understand the phrase burial receptacle, just because they call it a coffin in one menu and then can't call it a coffin in the next one. Anyway, we'll just spread a couple of these out. I'll build just a few for now, and then we'll leave the rest in the stockpile. I like to try to keep it even. You know, we'll make a couple rows of coffins, and then maybe we'll dig down, and it'll be a multi-story cemetery. So we'll build a couple of those, and once they're built, we'll be able to set preferences for them, and we'll say that they can be used for burial. So here we go. We have 1, 2, 3, and the 4th one should be coming down in a moment. We'll hit Q, and let's choose B to use this particular coffin for burial. Now, like I said, I also choose P and say that pets are not allowed. N for no. Only citizens can be buried in this coffin. And actually, we'll use Q, and we'll do the same thing for these. So BP, BP, and once this last one is built, I will do the same thing. Now, the dead body that is laying, oh goodness, and you see this cloud of miasmas going all the way up the stairs here, right? Oh, they just carried him off. Thank goodness. And you'll see now this is the resting place of Ahhugotme, the glassmaker. He was our dead dwarf, and he now will forever reside within this coffin here. Let's also change the setting for our newest one, BP. And yeah, so there we go. We set up a basic cemetery. Is our lever built? That would be perfect for this level. It is. Okay. So here is our lever, and you'll see right now it is off. In the off position, our bridge will be down. So we're going to hit the letter Q for set building tasks and preferences, and we're going to move over to the lever, and we're going to say add new task. And you'll see you could link it up to a whole bunch of things, cages, chains, doors, whatever you want to do. We're going to hit B to link it up to a bridge, and it'll bring us automatically to our closest bridge. And if this is not the one that you want to assign it to, you simply move your cursor. However it is. So I shouldn't have moved it because now it's not letting me do it. Let's go back down. We'll hit Q. Add B. Okay. We're going to hit enter to assign the lever to this bridge. And you'll choose some mechanisms. I do not care which ones. It only took 2. And you'll see now the lever has a task to be linked to this bridge. That's all we need for now. You have to wait for it to be done. I don't know how long that'll take. Maybe somebody's doing it. Nope. Planting on a break, on a break, on a break. Whatever. These dwarves are useless. Say we had a bunny starved to death, although I don't think he was a pet, so that's not such a big deal. Do we have any fishing? I know I was setting some dwarves to fish, but I don't know. Yeah, here we go. So they are going down here. What is this? A raw perch. Okay. Okay, so they are fishing. That's good. So I guess that might be getting us some kind of food, I suppose. Yeah, we do have some fish stores. A significant amount for such a small amount of dwarves. So that will work. We can go back to the lever and we can always check to see if it has been done. And no, it's being linked to a bridge. So it has not been done yet. That will disappear once the task is done. And like I said, once it's linked, you will be able to select the lever using the letter Q, and you'll be able to tell the dwarves to pull the lever. It'll act just like a workshop. There will be an order. Instead of to build something, or to construct something, there will be an order to link the bridge. And you'll see this mechanic has dragged a mechanism to the bridge, and we did select 2. So once this one is attached, he'll go back down to the stockpile and grab another mechanism before he's able to link these 2 objects. He'll go in the unit menu. He is linking the bridge or the building to its trigger. And I'll just leave it here. There's no reason to pause it. He shouldn't take too long. I get it. We're out of plump helmet spawn. Although I don't know why, because I'm sure if I go to the kitchen... Oh, there's only 2. I hope we get some traders soon. I'll just buy... Now we know we got to buy a bunch of seeds. How are we doing on crafts? I don't know if the dwarves have been making those. No, he canceled. I forgot because we were out of stuff. So let's go back there. We'll hit C and we'll just put it on repeat. Hopefully we have enough stone now that they are able to do that. Let's also, we could dig down a little bit more now that I remember to do the stairs. What happened was earlier I had designated the staircase. I know just by thinking about it. I don't have to go back and check the video. I designated the stairs to be dug, and then I told them to dig out the surrounding area, which erased the designation for the stairs. So there was a bunch of big dig designations, but there was no stairs to do any digging from. So that's what happened. That was my fault. And we'll just go down to the... See, there we go. And that's what happened. I went down too far, and he wasn't able to dig because there was no stairs to get to that level. Okay, now, is the bridge linked? Our miner is digging. I hope that the bridge is done. Go to Q, go over to the lever, and there's nothing left here in the Q menu. So the lever it's linked up to the bridge. It's ready to go. Or not, because I don't see... There should be an order to pull the lever. I thought it was P. I thought I linked it to the bridge. What did I do? What happened? I don't understand wow. Way to flounder in the middle of a commentary. There's nothing that could be linked up. This is what's happening when I hit B for bridge. So I'm assuming that means it's already connected, yet it's not giving me any options. So what can we do? What if, let's remove this building. We'll hit X to remove the building, and we'll just have them take the lever away, and we'll just start over. Hopefully that'll fix the problem. It tends to do that most of the time in Dwarf Fortress. Otherwise, I'm going to have to figure it out after the video is done. I see them using the bins. They're collecting the crafts that are being made. And I see that they are using this one on the end. So let's see what's in here. What are they making? I see a bunch of mugs. Here we go. We have an amulet, bracelets, and that's it, because after that they had some clothes. Whoops. That wasn't necessary. Okay. Let's come back down here. The lever, I'm assuming, is being removed, or somebody is just standing next to it. These dwarves make no sense sometimes. They just do whatever they want and don't do what I tell them to do. Remove the lever. Alright, well, I guess I'll end this video here. When we come back in the next episode, that will be Dwarf Fortress, the Let's Play Dwarf Fortress 2012 Part 13. It will not be an unlucky number for us. We will have the bridge working. We will have the lever working. And I'll understand why it broke. I'm sorry if this was boring. I'm sorry that these things didn't get done. I don't know exactly what happened, but I will figure it out. I want to thank you guys for watching. I'm really, really, really appreciating all of the comments that I've been getting, the likes, the just the feedback in general. So please keep it coming. I hope you enjoy. I hope that I'm helping you somehow. If there's something in particular that I haven't covered that you would maybe want help with, I can certainly try. If you let me know in a comment or a message, I will do my best to either put it in a video or figure out how to do it. And I'm here to help. That's what I'm trying to do. I love this game, and I want other people to love it as well. So thank you guys for watching, and until next time.